Everyone wants a piece of the animation genre. I mean, seriously, this is a genre that has become ever more competitive artistically and at the box office year after year. With their first trailers already released, movies like Kung Fu Panda 4, Inside Out 2 and Garfield have already promised to wow fans. But what else is Hollywood cooking up? Well, that's kind of the point of today's video. We want to delve deep into Tinseltown's animated time capsule and reveal all the animated movies you'll be watching on the big screen over the next decade. From the inject that into my veins, I need to see that right now, to the why the hell are they making this? I'm Connor from SLUUP, and these are 10 animated movies you didn't know they were making. Number 10, Toy Story 5. Look, I know a lot of you who are really tuned into the online movie space probably already know that we're getting a 5th installment in the Toy Story franchise. But what surprises me is that whenever we talk about Toy Story 5 on the channel, how many people are surprised or just don't believe we are getting another entry. Someone isn't following Discussing Film on Twitter. Perhaps the reason for this disbelief is the fact that we've already wrapped up this franchise perfectly, twice. It's kind of getting to the point now where you head into one of these movies and think, well, that was the perfect ending to the saga. I can't imagine how they're possibly going to continue. And yet, Disney finds a way. Toy Story 4 got a lot of the "do we need this?" response when it was announced, and Toy Story 5 even more so. Honestly, Pixar is going to have to absolutely smash this movie out of the park, otherwise people are just going to think they should have quit while they were ahead. So beyond just the expectations, do we know anything about the newest installment in the Toy Story franchise? Well, we know for sure that Tim Allen will be reprising his role as Buzz Lightyear, reuniting both him and Woody. Similarly, a Disney insider has suggested that Andy will return with his family in the 5th movie. Oh my god, they're gonna make us cry again, aren't they? Number 9. The Lego Movie 3. Given what a hot start the Lego Movie franchise began with, it's somewhat surprising that we haven't had a new movie in this universe for close to 5 years. Here's where it gets interesting though. Warner Brothers, the studio behind the 4 Lego movies to date, actually lost the rights to the franchise in 2019, which meant Universal Pictures could swoop in and buy them, meaning any future Lego movies would be produced by the studio that boasts both DreamWorks and Illumination. And it seems that a brand new Lego movie is actually in development, with Universal releasing a statement that said, "We're thrilled to start building our next chapter of Lego movies together with the Lego team as they continue to inspire curiosity and innovation." This statement seems to tease that they'll be returning to the world created by Warner Brothers, with the likes of Emmett, Wildstar and Lord Business inhabiting it. However, some outlets have already claimed this won't be the case, as many of the characters such as Batman won't be able to return due to the franchise being owned by Warner Brothers. A further curveball came with reports that the movie is said to dive deeper into live action elements, which could mean the next Lego movie might end up looking something like Chippendale Rescue Rangers, but with Universal properties like Jurassic Park, Back to the Future and E.T. There is no doubt that Universal will want to get this project out soon though, as there is another popular toy-based franchise that's looking to take their crown at the multiplex. Number 8. The Funko Pop movie. I'm honestly surprised that we didn't get this sooner, especially considering the mega hit that was the previous entry, the Lego Movie. In 2019, Deadline reported that Warner Bros. Animation had plans to create a movie based on the collectible figures. The movie announcement didn't really come with a lot in terms of concrete information on the project. It was mainly just corporate jargon, promising a movie that wasn't about selling toys or building a brand, but rather a film that truly stands on its own merit. Yeah, sure, I totally believe you. However, this project might have actually run into some development trouble. The most recent report on the movie suggests it might actually be coming to the small screen rather than theatres. The CEO said that they would be happy with either a movie or a streaming show. Things have been quiet since then, and Collider have even questioned if the project will be a priority for the studio moving forward. But given the success of Barbie last year, you just know a studio executive is going to push this to be made. Number 7. The Play-Doh Movie. Yeah, we're not joking, the Lego Movie really opened Pandora's box. Yes, this animated feature was first reported to be in the works by Deadline. The team behind the project said, "Our team looks forward to bringing the audience a moldable, pliable and iconically scented story about the importance of imagination. Beyond a desire to sell toys and leaning on a recognisable IP, It's hard to imagine exactly what a Play-Doh movie would even focus on. I mean, if they choose to emulate the stop-motion-esque style of the Lego movie, but with claymation, at least the animation could look pretty good. So what I'm saying is there's only two ways this can go. Either the Lego movie, or the Emoji Movie. Number 6, The Cat in the Hat. I absolutely love Dr. Seuss. His books were like the soundtrack of my childhood. I was raised on his work and I even carried that into adolescence. Yeah, a few cringeworthy teenage years were spent uploading inspirational Seuss quotes to my Instagram. Wait, I should have kept that to myself, shouldn't I? Moving on, while I love so many of his books, there is one character that really stuck with me. Of course, I'm talking about the Cat in the Hat. And yes, the live-action version of the movie is an absolute masterpiece and I'll fight anyone who disagrees. With a couple of pretty successful animated adaptations of Dr. Seuss's work in the late 2000s and 2010s, I'm genuinely surprised that Universal and Illumination didn't attempt to adapt the Cat in the Hat, as he's arguably the mascot of the Seuss Empire. Ultimately, they never got a shot to do this, as Warner Bros. Animation announced a brand new partnership with Dr. Seuss Enterprise, with 3 animated projects on the horizon. Oh, the Places You'll Go, The Cat in the Hat, as well as a full spin-off movie based on Thing 1 and Thing 2. The Cat in the Hat movie will kick off this slate of animated Dr. Seuss adaptations. Originally scheduled to be released in 2024, Warner Bros. Is now aiming to have the movie ready by either 2025 or 2026. So the cat lovers in the audience are getting their fix, but what about the dog lovers out there? Well, segue. Number 5. Dogman. While I might have been too old to enjoy the Dogman series upon its release in 2016, I was still definitely a fan of the world created by Dave Pilkey and the original run of Captain Underpants. Trust me, I went to town on those Flipperama sections of Captain Underpants in school. No wonder the school ended up locking me in a cage for silent reading. So that was basically a long-winded way to say I'm actually pretty intrigued about the upcoming Dogman movie, especially after the Captain Underpants movie, which genuinely gave me the feeling of being a kid again. Exclusively announced by The Hollywood Reporter in December of 2020, it was stated that DreamWorks Animation was on board to adapt the mega-selling graphic novel series. The movie is rumoured for a 2025 release, but other than that, news on the upcoming animated movie has been pretty quiet since the reveal. Given that the Dogman series has arguably surpassed Captain Underpants in popularity, we don't expect this one to be scrapped. Number 4. Sporemaggedon? Yes, your ears didn't deceive you. They are really making an animated movie about sperm. And not just a movie, but a fucking musical. So who's behind this? Disney? DreamWorks? Illumination? Well, obviously not. This is actually the animation debut of Norwegian film director Tommy Wirkola, behind movies like Hansel and Gretel, Witch Hunters, and Violent Night. You probably get the idea of what kind of movie this is going to be now, right? Set to release in 2024, Sporemaggedon has been described as an epic adventure, a most incredible journey, much like Lord of the Rings, but instead of orcs and elves, our heroes have to battle with sperm-killing creams and E. coli trolls. The film will follow 2 main storylines. One centers on the emerging love story between 2 awkward teens, Jens and Lisa, who are about to have intercourse for the first time. The second focuses on the eventful quest of Simon the Seaman and his friends to reach the golden goal, the egg. How is Seth Rogen not attached to this? Especially since this film has been reported to be in the veins of Sausage Pie. Unlike others on this list, this will definitely be one targeted towards elderly kids and adults. Number 3. Ghostbusters. The Ghostbusters franchise is enveloped in a unique aura. It's kind of got the vibe where it could be your dad's favourite movie from his childhood, but doesn't really quite resonate as strongly with the younger crowd. Sony, recognising this, has been actively working to rekindle its spark for a new audience. Ghostbusters Afterlife was a commendable attempt in appealing to a new generation. However, I believe the real game changer could be the upcoming animated movie. The movie has actually been in some form of development for quite a while now, originally announced in October 2015. Since that point, we've had a smattering of updates, with the co-director saying the film is slated to have a very unique style due to Sony putting out very consciously stylistically and tonally different movies. We've also since learned that the rumoured plot will actually be told from the perspective of the ghosts, which I think is a pretty good way to offer a fresh spin on this franchise. Number 2. Shrek 5? and a Donkey spin-off. While many of you probably already know that Shrek 5 is finally in development, what you might not know is that Illumination Studios CEO Chris Bellandri has teased that we will also be getting a Donkey spin-off movie. Donkey voice actor Eddie Murphy has already previously commented on this in 2022, stating, "They did a Puss in Boots movie," and I was like, they should have done a Donkey movie. Donkey is way funnier than Puss in Boots. I mean, I love Puss in Boots, but he ain't as funny as Donkey. Now, do I personally think we need a Donkey movie? Well, no. First of all, it reeks of Minions or Finding Dory energy. You know, making the lovable sidekick the star because they're just so damn marketable. But after seeing the masterpiece that is Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, I'm intrigued in a Donkey movie. I fully trust the team behind the project, and I hope we hear more very soon. Number 1, Frozen 3 and 4. Again, like a couple of others on this list, you probably already know that Frozen 3 is in development. Bob Iger pretty much hit the big red prequel button as soon as he inherited Disney back from Bob Chapek. What's surprising though is that Frozen 4 is actually also already in the works. In November of 2023, Bob Iger sat down with Good Morning America and revealed that Frozen 4 was being worked on, stating that director and CCO Jennifer Lee was working on 2 stories for 2 new Frozen movies. While we don't really have a lot of details about either of the movies at the moment, Jennifer Lee did further contextualize Iger's announcement, revealing that a 4th film is needed because there is a lot of story to tell. If we were to speculate, perhaps we could suggest that this will be a 2-parter, following one epic story through both entries. But hey, that's just a theory. A film theory. I own that now, MatPat. And that's our list. Which animated movie are you most excited to see? Do you think we missed a movie? Leave any and all thoughts in the comment section down below. I've been Connor for SLUUP, and I'll see ya in the next one.
Tell me, do you believe in those monsters? I'm talking dreams so big that they haunt you.